Hello, welcome back to Barely D&D, a sorta Dungeons & Dragons podcast. My name is Mika, and I play Craig Dundley. This is Episode 7, The Tide of Consequences. It is a Level 3 adventure, and the date is 3448 PB Tefthrar 23. Before we get into it, let's recap this last week's episode. Episode 6, The Wake of Actions. Our trio of neophyte adventurers awoke in room 13 of the warm hearth to the warm tendrils of midsummer sunlight crawling across the oaken floors of their simple but finely furnished space. Yesterday's tensions had dissipated in some small degree with the relief of sleep, but tensions were not entirely abated as the group considered their next course of action after their robust first day in Pearl of Ensign. Eventually, a consensus was met to travel to a briefly witnessed bookstore in the city's great market district. The group wrestled to find the balance of tempers and interests in their new configuration on their way to the shop, wherein Greta fell in love with the array of texts around her. Bazz purchased a litany of texts on lingual education as well as a romance novel, while Greta purchased a single text of similar linguistic nature. After insulting the shop's owner, Craig joined his allies and the group departed from the shop to decide on their next stop on their tour of Ensign's largest metropolis. It was there, in the street's open air near the storefront, that the party discussed next actions, and it was there that the party's druid and cleric both noticed a slight tacit response from a drow woman's body language, indicating that she took a reaction to Greta's mention of the brass company among their ranks. Bazz followed the woman down the street, meeting the business end of a blade for his brash approach. The tense moment was diffused with careful explanation, but the revelation of the group's earlier interactions soon flipped in an unexpected direction. Our trio found themselves led across much of the city and into the great financial district, by whom they discovered to be two armed members of the previously mysterious Le Pommier. This trek eventually led into what the group could assume to be the heart of Le Pommier operations in the city. Slowly grasping the weight of their circumstance, the party members declined brash actions and moved as they were directed. After delving into this decadent structure, a conference of some erroneous events of the party's travels resulted in an unclear audience in the very heart of the hub itself, stories underground. Bazz, Craig, and Greta now stand in what appears to be the throne room below the ground, surrounded by guards and weapons trained upon them, awaiting a nebulous figure to enter the space and have their way with them. And with that, let's get into the session.
My stomach is a little ouchy.
All right, we back again. Zachary's laughing at a really funny joke that Abby said. Literally a second before I hit record. And it was quite unfortunate. Quite unfortunate. All right, welcome to the final episode of Barely D&D.
I'm scared.
We could probably teach Critical Role a lesson on wrapping up their campaigns pretty quickly. Matt Mercer, if you're listening, this is how it's done. Zach, where are we?
Terrified.
Lead us back into the fray.
Well, don't we need the?
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, our special segment.
If your character was gonna have a funeral, what type of funeral?
Your character's gonna have a funeral. Oh man.
Your character was gonna die out of his body.
All right,
gosh.
Welcome to Letter from the Editor, where the wonderful editor of our podcast, Melanie, asks our characters a question. So,
Sorry.
Give it up, everybody, for Melanie. She's good. Here she comes. She's up right here.
I didn't come up with this question though, so
You cannot say that's against the rules to admit.
How are you comfortably reaching that
I'm
physical?
not.
distance?
really not. Everything
Are you
comes
Spider-Man?
Oh, we did the fifth.
Tom Holland?
I was about to say Tom Hanks for some reason. I get
Tom
Tom
Hanks and your
cool
wife mixed up
Spider-Man.
constantly.
like 6-year-old Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
It's just Spider-Man, but he's got like arthritis.
Aww.
Sorry.
That so sad.
Arthritis can
just
happen at any age. Zach.
He's just a terrible Spider-Man. He's out of shape.
Okay, question. Question for your characters for this week is, who would be the top artist on their Spotify Wrapped?
Yep. Okay, who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I think that he would listen to lo-fi music.
Aww.
So he doesn't really know what artists they are. He just kind of has it going
That
in the
feels right.
background.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't have any recorded artists
No.
or playlists. He just
He just finds the lo-fi girl on YouTube.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
he's like, oh, wow, it's winter this time. Cool. And he just like, empty head, no thoughts.
That feels right.
Aw, that's so sweet.
But in like a
though.
wholesome way. Like, not a stupid way. That's
but
Craig.
in like, he's not.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, so for Craig, I'd say that his top artist was Katy Perry. Is it okay? And I'm not like a Katy Perry like fan. So is Fight Song is by her, right? That's right.
I think
Like,
that's the
this is
Beatles.
my fight.
Okay. No, I actually think that's not her.
I hear
is
him
it
listening
not?
to
It's like
California
Rachel.
Girls, to be honest. I feel like that's
Wait,
the
can you
box
please
we-
double check? Because if not, then Dark Horse.
This
but, like,
is my fight
What about
song.
Friday Night?
This
Or
whole intro
TGIF?
segment is how much can we flirt with copyright?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that's by
A
Rachel
lot.
Platten. So
Never mind. It's still Katy Perry.
Craig
No,
thinks
but
it's
that,
Katy
that
Perry.
feels right. Yeah, it feels like I think Craig's favorite artist is somebody that's just wrongly credited.
He's like, I'm a big Katy Perry fan.
and he only knows
I
that
was in the
one
top
song.
0.5% of Katy Perry listeners.
I think that Greta's top artist would be Panic at the Disco.
That
I like
feels
it.
right.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That feels right.
But
Really?
yeah.
I was thinking Kids Bop.
okay. Hey, you're not Craig right now, so that was that was an attack from
No, because
from-
at first I was like, Craig would listen to Kids Bop, and I was like, no, that seems like something Greta would do. Like,
Obviously, as we all know.
All right, so which
Wrong.
NPC do we want to
I'm
listen
But it's
to?
like it's like Panic at the Disco from like 8 years ago, right?
I feel like it's everything. I feel
Oh,
like
okay,
it's like
all
the
of it.
emo stuff, and then also like the new one that he did
Also
with
the pop stuff.
the Taylor
Gotcha.
Swift. Like I feel like it's all of them.
Okay.
Let's hear the girl that took us in. Not the girl, the lady, the La Palmavere
Yes.
soldier who took us in.
Oh yeah, that
Let's
character with so much breadth and personality that
I was
can
gonna
rely
say the
upon.
book shopkeeper.
Oh, you know what?
Oh.
That would be good too. Yeah, let's do the bookshop keeper. Could you do that?
I need
one
you
for
guys to make a choice.
me? Okay,
No,
all in
both of
favor
them
of
at the same
bookshop
time.
keeper, raise your hand.
I.
Me.
Hey, look, that's
Oh.
100%. Except for Melanie. I don't know what she didn't vote.
I don't get it.
You get a vote.
What would she
You
like?
got a vote?
I think the shopkeeper. I think the Tomes and Text lady would be really into like classical.
Oh.
And maybe like I think she would both like Yo-Yo Ma playing classical music, but collaborating with more like modern artists, and also probably like the piano guys. I feel like she'd be like really into that.
What about that? What about like Minecraft? What about like you know, like those
Oh.
Minecraft parodies? Are those
Oh my
copyrighted?
gosh.
Could we just sing an entire one of them?
All the Tobuscus soundtrack, basically.
You thought this was a D&D episode? No, we're just singing the Minecraft parodies. That's it. That's all.
I've been to parties where that's all we did.
Wow, that's
Christopher's
beautiful.
Really?
We sat there and just sang Minecraft songs. for
Minecraft
a long
karaoke.
time.
I'm down for it.
No, yeah. They
Fair
were
enough.
screaming it so loud.
Gosh.
After watching the B movie, of course.
The best movie. Don't ask me about my favorite movie, because.
That's it.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, we're getting it out now, so we can have a serious session with strong story elements.
Hey, it's y'all's thing. The game is whatever you want it to be. Alrighty, well, are you guys ready to
No.
roll?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's
Let's
go.
jump
Okay.
in.
Objectively,
Alrighty.
no.
Well, you guys are opening back up in the bottom of this very decadent, fine building that you don't know the name of in the financial district of Port Resplendissant. And you all have been led down. I know I already did like the technical summary of everything, but I'm just going to try and set this moment for you guys. So you guys have been led into this bottom room. It looks. I'll remind you all that it looks like a throne room, like a very small one underground. Everything is white marble with gray staining and around the space. Extremely decadent, smooth, clean. There's a slight stairwell running all along the edge, and all along the edge here there are 12 guards stationed at sort of equidistant positions. And they're not, as we said last time, they're not in the like very formal royal dress of like a royal guard. They each just look like sort of members of the Pomavere with hide armor, and they look like people you wouldn't want to run into in an alley. Various races and weapons. Many of them are armed with rapiers or short swords or hand crossbows, and they're just all around the room. And then the three of you all are standing here in the middle. There's this central red rug, and you guys are actually a bit closer, but for the sake of spacing it on the board, I put each of you guys on a separate square. But you're on the central red silk rug in the middle of the room, and red carpet, not rug. And next to you, the drow woman who led you in is standing here. So Bazz, you're here. Greta, you're here. Craig, you're here. And then that orc woman with the very heavy crossbow standing back here. And then the three throne seats are right up here at the front of the room. They're each sort of a very finely polished marble They're not sort of like extremely opulent. But they are unequivocally thrones. And there are two that are sort of about a couple inches off the ground, and one that's about half a foot off the ground in between the two. And the red carpet leads all the way up until just a foot before those thrones. And you all have been waiting here in silence for quite some time. And we'll say about like 4 minutes.
Which feels like a lot longer when you're standing in a room
yes.
discarded.
You guys are feeling the tension. And the drowned woman has cordially, if threateningly, told you to simply wait where you are. And the orc woman has a very soft smile on her face. And she's about 15 feet back with the knocked crossbow.
Let's, can I set the stage real quick? Or like...
I don't know what you mean by that, but yes.
I feel like in the last episode we mentioned that the Brass Company was an organization we ran into in an adventure we did before we started recording in a town called Lagath. But we were actually wrong. We did not run into the Brass Company in Lagath. We got confused over the names of the organizations in the world. We actually ran into La Palmavir, this people in that adventure. So the letter that we have that we thought was from the Brass Company that we kind of like told them that we met is actually them. So just to kind of put that in perspective.
Yes, that was important. I didn't think to say that. Yeah.
So that happened. So we did not run into the Brass Company. We did in the morning. That's who Greta. So
last time when the orc woman and the drow woman were sort of like informally interrogating you guys in that waiting room, that like speakeasy like bar space on the top floor where everything's cordial.
Yeah, and probably trying to go back there one day if we survive because it looked pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. Very nice space. Very nice. Mm-hmm. This whole interaction could have been an end goal for you guys instead of a very dangerous situation.
You know, like when you're like trying to do like a skip, like in Mario Kart on Rainbow Road, and like you try to like jump across the track, like with a mushroom. That's what we're trying to do right now.
Yeah. I mean, you guys could technically turn this into a positive.
Or we could fall off the thing.
So yes, when you were informally interrogated there, and Bazz mentioned running into the Brass Company previously, the whole thing that kind of took you guys from hot water to oh crap, it's boiling, that didn't happen. And so that's just for a listener. That's just knowledge based on the actions that the group will take. Now, technically speaking, it's up to you all whether or not your characters have put that together, but just context for a listener. And so, armed with the knowledge that you guys have supposedly run into Brass Company telling them that there was work here in Unsen previously, and also hearing Greta say something about meeting a Brass Company operative saying that there was work in the city this morning, you guys are waiting here on the red carpet. And it is a very uncomfortable silence in the room. The many guards on the side, they're leaning over and talking to each other. So I have them stationed in very exact positions, but they're not being terribly formal. Many of them are leaning up against walls. Some of them are walking back and forth to each other, chatting a little bit, but they're doing so very softly. You guys can't quite make out what they're saying at any given point. And every time they're talking in Unsinian. The drow woman is waiting there in a relaxed stance, but with a hand gently on the hilt of her rapier. And the orc woman is the only one who seems to be sort of with baited action with the loaded bolt.
Do we still have the book on how to speak Unsinian?
You do.
I don't think we should take that out.
I don't think so.
I don't think you should need that.
I mean, you could try and pull out your intro to French book and try and learn the entire language. And
I feel like if we make any movement to reach for anything, you know, like when like you're at like a traffic stop, probably shouldn't make any.
Yeah. Hands.
So you guys are in the space.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
For you, you said that she was smiling. Is this more sinister?
Make an insight check.
I love doing checks. Hold on.
We need dicey boys.
I have my dicey boys.
Why is this not
Dicey boys.
They're stuck. It's not coming out.
What dice do you use?
This feels like Craig pulling out his dice.
Maybe I am Craig. I'm really not. I swear, you guys. This is 5. Wait. So insight would be.
Oh, I need my character sheet.
Insight's gonna be under wisdom.
Okay, so it's a 6.
Okay. So Craig is just sort of standing there nervously. You turn a little bit and your head shifts across your shoulder. You look back. And she's still back there, very large and muscular in her armor. And she's just sort of smiling at you with like and you're having a lot of trouble reading the intention behind that smile. But she's holding the very large, heavy crossbow in her hands. And it's just very gently, almost aimed in your direction.
Is it big? Smiling. Is it bigger than a bed box?
Yes. Yeah. It's
Could I get
the whole crossbow's about 2.5 feet long, and it looks like it would weigh about 20 pounds, maybe 30. It's very large.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
And the bolt is about a foot.
I'm sweating. And
Okay.
Guys,
So
don't.
Craig, a little sweat is beading at your forehead and dripping down the sides.
The highest dice they can roll for damage is a D12, so don't worry. I'm just kidding. How many times they can roll?
Anyway, are you guys doing anything?
Greta is just looking like her head is probably like she's
Darting
so
around.
interested.
Scanning the space. Okay.
So curious.
Are you looking for anything in specific, Greta?
No.
Okay.
Well, I guess yeah. I'm looking for anyone like I'm looking for a familiar face. I guess.
Okay, make a perception check.
That was a 19.
It
Plus.
just
It's
didn't roll. It just
crazy.
kind of
That was a 4.
It's crazy.
So 24.
Oh my god.
Craig rolled a 6, Greta rolled a 24. Holy crap. The dichotomy is incredible.
Oh my gosh.
It's so amazing how it goes back to back.
Why is she smiling?
Craig's over here like, what's wrong with her face? And Greta's over here like, the secrets of the universe. I see it all.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so while you're sitting there quietly and it's very tense and awkward, you could hear a pin drop. But you make a very thorough scan of the room, and nobody's like you're able to like turn and look around. Nobody's upset with you about that. So you scan the drow woman in great detail. You see her as she did previously, with her tight pale silver braids across the back of her head, her blade at her side, the slight hooded cloak draped down her back, and her tight leather armors, the clasp of the pommade on one side. The orc woman's back there in her similar, very dark, heavy leather armors studded with her like cape. You scan all around the room. You do not see any familiar faces. Actually, you know what? Greta, odds or evens?
Evens.
And I'll roll it with the special dice too.
Ooh.
What?
I'll use that as the opportunity for Landon to plug that.
So while Zachary's rolling, we bought a set of dice that is kind of blue and gold. Well, it's blue and copper. And we're going to give it away on the podcast to try to help people be aware of it. And they're really pretty, and we're using them in the session. So they were...
Yeah. So I'm sure we'll plug that more at the end, but
Yeah.
this is them being live play used.
Yeah.
So they might be the dice that kill us. So
Did you say
Yay.
odds or evens?
Evens.
Okay. You do not recognize anyone. So no,
the
just a lot of
heck,
unfamiliar
Greta?
faces. But there's all sorts of people all around the room. Some people look like they could be. Everyone's wearing armor. Everyone has weapons. But with a 24 perception check, you notice that there's vials on a lot of people's belts, vials of pale liquid, and a couple of the individuals as they're standing there are sort of like uncorking the vials, pulling out bolts, dipping them in the fluid, reholstering them into their hold of bolts for hand crossbows, and then recorking the vials. And many, like 4 or 5 different figures in the room are doing that.
Is this like a casual, like familiar movement?
Very.
Okay.
Very, very. Everyone's doing it very calmly. But it is like many people around the room are doing that right now.
it's a professional army. They got to keep their stuff polished. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they're just polished. Just gotta be like, some kind of polish or something.
Yeah.
Definitely not like something.
But no, you don't recognize any of their faces.
Okay.
Wait. Craig can see magical things, right?
That is, actually, Craig. Wow, look at you.
Wow.
Yes.
We're playing
features.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Let
Round
me
of
make
applause
sure
for my boy
that I
Craig.
have that you don't have to do something specific for that. So let me pull that up real
Wow.
quick.
Oh, way to go, Craig. We had a player meeting before this, and the comment thread was like, Craig, don't do anything.
Literally, that was the consensus of like,
freaking
Craig,
out because-
don't make conflict. And I was like, okay.
So yeah, you can do this a number of times per long rest equal to your proficiency bonus, which I think is +2 right now.
Yes.
Okay, so 2 times today you can do that. So if you want to, you can expend a long rest right now
I
and
think
look
it's
around.
a good time. Like,
Yeah.
I think so.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
a good time.
for sure.
I'm gonna enact that.
Now, don't tell us what you see. But...
Okay, so Craig, you, as you're sort of like nervously standing in the space, you sort of try and steel yourself a bit and breathe deeply, and you decide to sort of will some of those magical powers that you've recently received. And as you do, it's an interesting experience because you are still Craig. You're very much the same person. And for all of Bazz and Greta's talk about like being dead now, you feel much as you did previously,
Nah.
but you are still getting used to the odd phenomena of basically breathing when you want to and not really needing to, just breathing when you speak, which is a very strange sensation that you're getting used to. But you are growing accustomed. As you stand there quietly, you just sort of take in a breath and you inhale and you focus gently, and you hear in your head, "Open your eyes." And as you open them gently, they look the same, but all of a sudden you can sort of like see the wound. You know, in The Dark Knight when Batman gets those like sonar goggles and he can see the space. No,
I haven't seen Batman.
Shoot.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, well, the room sort of gets washed in this wave of light to you, and as it's like sort of like a beacon of it goes out from your eyes, and as it crawls and like flows over the space, it like sort of bounces off of any magical objects, and lights them up a different color. And as you look around, you see Greta and Craig. Greta and Bazz. You see Bazz. You left your magical items in the room, correct? You the bread bag.
Yeah, all the magical items except for the Stone of Sea are on me. So I have the Stone of Sea on me.
Oh, but all the others are in the room.
But all the other ones are in the room.
Okay, so you see.
Oh no!
You see the sea stone light up in one of his pockets, and you see the. Oh, did you leave the bee box or you have it?
The bee box?
No,
that's on me.
Crate Retrarium. Yeah. So that lights up. Greta's her holy symbol lights up. And as it washes over the space, you don't see anything else on anyone at the moment light up.
Not even the vials?
No.
Okay.
Not currently.
Science is the scariest magic
that
there is,
was
though.
a waste of my time.
Well, you
think so.
gotta shoot your shot.
That was that was good.
Or powerful magical effect.
Okay.
No, nothing else lights up at the moment.
Wow.
That's good. That means that you know that, like,
I'm
not
it's
gonna
all
give you any
information.
advice.
You've just got to use your features, and then when they work, they work. When they don't, they don't. But otherwise, you guys are just standing in the space, and it's awkward, just standing there in the silence.
When do the people come out?
Does Craig say that?
No. Of course not.
I'm just not gonna say anything until people come out.
I'm just gonna look around. I'm gonna look at everything.
Okay.
Probably twice if I have to. If I have
Alrighty.
time.
So Greta's like curiously scanning the space.
Yep.
Craig, you're sort of nervously looking around. Bazz, you're standing still. Eventually, a door on this left side of the chamber goes and opens up backwards, and there's like a sound of like of armor being walked through, and an individual comes out. He's very large. He's probably about 6'4". He's got wide, broad shoulders. He has a very large, squared face with a very big, thick, wiry brown beard, very tight and gnarled on itself. Cut well, very, very cleanly, like shaved to portions, but the sections where there is hair are very dense and thick. And he's got very thick, heavy features, like a real. You ever see someone in real life and you're like, that person's a lineman? Yeah, like that. And he has this large, heavy brow with thick, bushy eyebrows, and these really strong cheekbones that are very low and wide and broad. And you can't see the rest of his hair or anything because there's a large silver helmet on. But it is not, Greta, you notice, it is not in the design of the Silver Scale soldiers. So it's very smooth. And then he has very heavy armor on, and there is imagery of a bear sort of carved into the chest plate of the armor, and it's full plate. He's in like a knight's full armor, and he has this huge weapon by his side. Just for the sake of it, I think it's a great sword, but let me check. Hold on, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yes, yeah, he has this huge great sword at his side. It looks like the sword is 5 feet long.
It's taller than Greta and Craig, right?
Yes. Or actually, I'm sorry. It's strapped over his back. And it's in like this like silver gilded sheath. And it has this wide, broad, flat handle and this large hilt. And he comes like sort of clomping through the space. And he stops and stands on. So there's the three central thrones here. He doesn't sit in any of them. He sits on the furthest right side, left to you all from this side of the room. And he does not sit down in any of the thrones. He just sort of stops and stands next to them. And he stands sort of at attention. And as he enters the space, head and shoulders above either of you, and slightly taller than you, Bazz, he looks out over the space and he sort of makes eye contact with each of you all, scanning you all. And then he just sort of looks up at a wall across the room. And when he walks in the room, everyone still remains slightly casual, but everyone straightens up a bit. and everybody sort of calms down their chatter. So he's just standing there. No other words are spoken. And you guys wait about another 20 seconds. And then, coming in the space, there's another sound of like... This sound's a bit higher. Not quite as low frequency of a sound. And another person comes in armor. This is also full plate. So a full suit of armor. But Greta, you do notice that this is very much in the style of the Silver Sail soldiers. It has this sort of layered metalwork of many sort of ringed pieces laying over each other to look like scales. But this is more intricate and opulent than any of the armor you've seen. There's like finned crests coming off of the top of the helmet and going down the back of it, coming off of the side of the shoulder pauldrons, up the gauntlets. It's very ornate. And she has a rapier at her side. She is a tiefling. She has like so dark and deep red skin as to almost look violet. And she has 2 ram-like horns that are coming out of the front of her head and curling back over the helmet. And the helmet is designed in such a way that there are sections in the front of the head of the helmet to accommodate those horns, as it was specifically designed for her. And the whole helmet basically sits on in such a way that as she puts it forward on her head, it can, like, the horns sit into it. So it's got this amazing design where they sort of grew through on the sides. And she has very sharp features. She has a tight, sharp nose and a pointed, harsh face. And her chin comes down so sharply as to almost look pointed. And she has thin, slitted eyes that are completely pale pink with no pupils or irises. And you can see a bit of very dark black hair spilling out of the sides of the helmet. And there is a thin tail whipping back and forth behind her as she walks, with sort of like a spaded end. So she sort of walks across the space. She walks around the thrones, and she, as she walks in, her eyes very quickly, she has a very stern expression, her eyes very quickly scan up and down each of you all, reading you all with great detail, as if she's taking you guys in deeply, reading all of you in but a moment. And after she looks over each of you, she makes eye contact for just an instant, looks over each of you, makes eye contact, looks over you, makes eye contact. And then she turns around and she sits down in the throne furthest to the left, y'all's right.
Oh, so they're both sitting in thrones?
No. The large man is not sitting in any of the thrones.
Okay.
He is stationed next to the furthest right throne. She has sat down directly in this left throne.
Okay, so she looks like silver-scaled soldiers.
You don't know? Well, I'll tell you what, make an insight check, Bazz.
I thought you said she was dressed like the silver.
I'm sorry. Yes. She is very much in that armor. Yeah.
Okay.
I really appreciate this character.
I will make the perception check, though.
She's really cool.
I got a natural 20.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yes, she looks like she walks with an air of importance and confidence, and the sort of confidence that doesn't come to someone very pompously and pompously elected to a position. She has the quiet confidence of someone who has earned all of their accolades with expertise and strength. She has the air of a commander. And as she walks up to the throne, she unbuckles her rapier gently and sets it down on the front of the arm, and then sits down on the throne. She crosses her arms in her lap and just sits there. And every moment, the large man is sort of looking all around the room, always scanning everything. Every moment that she's sitting there, she's making eye contact with one of the 3 of you. And it's very piercing and sharp as she does. And then you guys wait there. And you wait. And you wait. And another 2 minutes go by. And then after a little while, there is a and coming trailing after this last open door, which closes behind her, is a woman. You can hear what was that sort of higher, like, were heeled shoes. You can't see the shoes, but you can make out the sound. They're hidden beneath a thin, soft black dress. The woman who comes into the room has very pale skin. She's not very large, not very imposing. She's maybe 5'5", and she is wearing this very elegant, sleek black silk dress, polished and reflective almost, that has a very high collar, which frills up in some pale, thin white lacing all around the neck, and then clasps in the front with a little silver button. And as it goes down the neck, it reaches out into broad shoulders that end very sharply, and it comes down across, and the whole thing is very tight It's not a pencil skirt. It has room in the legs to breathe and move, but it's a very tight dress, and it has silver, genuinely corded silver lacing all the way down, where one side of the dress would sort of like loop in the front, and there are silver buttons with the little hand of Le Pomme Vert, like imprinted tinily on each of them, which is not a word, but anyway, holding together the dress all the way down to the waist, where there is a thin corded silver belt. And there's silver lacing all down the arms, going back and forth, and all of these beautiful flourishes, designs. And then at the very edge, where the sleeves of the dress wrap around the wrists, there is more pale white, very soft silk ruffles out of the edge there. Her hands are very thin and delicate, pale white. And she is very pale white, and she has ginger freckles all across her nose, which is a very thin, fragile-looking nose. She has soft, smooth cheeks, a gentle chin, very tight, thin red lips. She has very deep, bright, verdant green eyes, and thin ginger eyelashes and brows. And she has deep ginger, like the inside of a fire. Hair that falls very elegantly down her shoulders and her neck. I mean, looking like someone showing up to a red carpet event. And it sort of falls all elegantly down around her shoulders. And she walks all the way to the front of the room. She doesn't look at any of you all. And she turns around and sits down in the central throne, stepping up both steps. And she sits down very elegantly and gently and clasps both of her hands in her lap. And as she enters the room, everybody straightens up. And everybody stands still and straight and looks forward. She sits down in the throne. And the door closes over here, and no one comes to sit in this throne. And
looks like it's an election year.
I have a question.
And there's a small air of silence. Yes.
On that third lady that came in, besides the emblem of Le Pomme Vert, was there any other kind of like insignia or?
Make a perception check.
I think I'm gonna make one too,
That was
because I'm looking.
Sure.
that was a 15.
I got a 22.
Okay, holy crap. Well, it looks like you're breaking your curse today. Both of you guys can notice that she has on one finger a ring, a thin silver ring. It doesn't appear to be actual silver, though. Or I'm sorry, not silver. Excuse me, gold. A gold ring on her finger. And it has, you have to really squint, but you can notice that there's a small image of like a droplet of something. And the droplet is an inlaid ruby. So it looks like a water droplet almost of an inlaid ruby or something in the gold set ring. And that's on her left hand, on her middle finger.
Can I make a history check to see if I remember that we received the ruby and that it wasn't the brass company that gave us the note?
Yeah, or you can just know that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's character knowledge.
Man.
Was there any, so no animal?
You didn't see one.
Okay.
Yes. But she is sitting there softly. And as she sits there, and everyone gets very still and quiet in the room, the orc woman, you can hear the shuffling of her armor as she like sort of straightens up behind you all. And the drow woman stands very straight and like grips the pommel of her rapier very firmly now. And the very large man in the armor doesn't need to straighten up at all because he's been standing at attention the whole time. And the tiefling woman actually relaxes a bit now and sits back into her throne a little. And the thin, pale woman in the middle, the tiefling woman begins, and she says, what is the word? Okay, sorry. The tiefling woman addresses you all, and she says, "Welcome to La Corazon V. You will address the Countess with respect. You will speak when spoken to. Your lives would be forfeit otherwise." There's another long pause. And the Countess, she never breaks her posture. It's very gently sat. And the woman in the middle, small, pale woman, speaks, and she says, "Welcome. I am Countess Marie Sanglant. Welcome to the heart of Le Pomme Vert. Who are you all?"
My name is Bazz.
I'm Craig.
My name is Greta.
Welcome. I have been told by those who work for me, that you all have spoken of the brass company being present in our city. Not only present, but in formidable congregation, offering you all possible services here. I would like you all to elaborate on this.
I made a big mistake. I'm not from here, and I got confused in my travels. It was actually you guys that asked us to come meet you all here, not the brass company. And I pull out the letter.
So the moment you sort of reach a hand to the side and put a hand on a pouch to pull it out, there's a slight shuffling and rustling all across the room. You can hear the wooden butts of hand crossbows meeting hands, and you can hear people shuffling in their armor.
Stop. I'll be like,
yeah, you freeze. She raises her hand gently. Everyone in the room relaxes. She waves her hand as if to continue.
I reach slowly into my pouch and I pull out.
So you pull out the small slip of paper. Is it still bundled around the ruby that was within it? Or have you taken that out?
I have the ruby.
Okay, so you have this, but you have the slip of paper.
Yeah.
You pull it out. The drow woman sort of walks across. She's standing right next to you. So she reaches out a hand for you to put it in it.
I reach out, I give it to her.
And she takes it. She strides across the room to the Countess and offers it forward. And the Countess reaches out, very daintily takes it from her, unrolls it. Rolls it up. Just puts it on the arm of the... Or I'm sorry, the drow woman takes it back from her and then returns to her position. She says, I'm told that you all met someone from the brass company today. Is that the case?
Out of game real quick.
Mm-hmm.
DM, how would she know that we met someone from the brass company today?
You don't know?
Oh.
Well, she did hear us talking about it.
Well,
someone heard us talking about it.
You do know that the drow woman disappeared downstairs for a while you guys were waiting in the lobby upstairs.
Okay, never mind. Okay, back to the game.
But also, for the record, if I ever have a character know something, it's usually because they know something.
I was just wanting to elaborate because I know we talked about that beforehand, but yeah. I now realize that.
All good. So she has asked the question. She's waiting.
Greta's nodding.
Would someone please care to elaborate?
I was hungry this morning, and I went up to... We're staying at the Warm Heart, and I think that's what it's called. And I was hungry, and I wanted to try some of their morning bread. And I went up to a table, and I asked to have some bread, and I talked to them for a while. And they mentioned that they were part of a brass company, and they gave me a little coin.
Would you please produce that?
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna shuffle around in my pockets for a while.
Okay.
And then...
You have to check 3 or 4, but you pull it out.
Yeah.
The drow woman strides across to you, examines it. She just looks at it. She motions for you to turn it over. You do. She sees the 3 lines. She nods. She turns around to the Countess and she says something in Unsinian that you don't understand, but you do make out a word or a word that's not in Unsinian. And she says, Thimnan. Thimnan. And then she goes back and stands where she was standing. And the tiefling woman pipes up now and says, what were the appearance of the individuals that you met?
Give me one
I'm
second.
so glad you're the note taker, because I would have been like, oh, they looked like, and then Bazz explained.
Give me one. I really want to know this. Yeah.
Did you write it down?
Okay, yeah. So, there were... This is Greta now. There were
the tiefling's just watching you, piercing eyes.
There was one human. His name was Brecken, if I'm remembering correctly. There was another really grouchy lady named Balik, and there was and Greta's thinking really hard of how to say this in the most delicate way, a cat person. And his name was Kedrim. And I'm pretty sure there was one more dwarf, but I don't remember his name, and he was pretty nice. And it looked like the cat fellow he seemed to be the leader.
The tiefling leans over to the woman on the highest throne, and she says, the chain stewards. And the lady on the throne nods, and she says, they are permitted in the city. And the tiefling woman nods and sits up. And the pale woman now, she sits back a little bit. She's still, it's almost like she's incapable of sitting informally, but she leans back a bit more on the throne, pulls her hands a bit closer to her, and she says, well, the individuals you have described are permitted within Porter's Blandison. And if your story is to be believed, for which there is strong evidence, then there is no real threat from the brass company here.
I'm sorry for causing such an alarm.
It is all right. You are probably new. The brass company is our counter and opposite. We are at rivalry with them, and they stay where they are, we stay where we are. There are certain of their individuals permitted within our borders, of which the chain stewards are some. But in the future, please refrain from so recklessly speaking of possible threats to the city. And as a word of foreboding in our borders, if you are pressed with delicate situations, try and make sure that your details are quite clear.
As you wish.
Princess Bride theme plays in the back.
I know.
I look deep and lovingly into her eyes with a stare of 1,000 yards. I'm just kidding. I don't do that.
No, I
Roll
know.
roll for Wesley.
I am the dread pirate Roberts.
Roll for bad mustache, but great character. He's a wonderful character. His
That's a
mustache is
hot
terrible.
take. I'm not.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said something like that. I apologize. Shouldn't speak the truth.
Controversial.
Sorry. There's like a pause, and the tiefling woman leans over and whispers something into the pale woman's ears. And well, who she has introduced herself as Countess Marie Sunglow. And the Countess leans back and whispers something back into hers. And the tiefling nods and relaxes in her seat. And the pale woman continues, and she says, "What are you all doing in our city?"
We are here for different reasons individually. I'm looking for help in regards to some bees that I have, and I'll let the others speak for themselves.
Take it away, Greta.
I met these nice fellows in a town, and I'm really just kind of hanging out with them, just exploring.
Yeah, I kind of got kicked out of my house. So I'm hanging out with these dudes and working and, trying to find out who I am and all that fun stuff. I like it.
You like it? I'm sorry. That was out of character. That was towards Mika.
Okay, and she nods gently. Newcomers to the city. Well, welcome to Le Pommavet. You all have clearly simply made a simple blunder, and unlike the brass company, we do not make our success off of unnecessary violence or incredulence. So, please learn from the experience, but we would love for you to enjoy your stay in our city and have a positive experience. And then her eyes flit momentarily to the drow woman. There's a pause. The drow woman nods, and the Countess looks back to you all. She says, "We do need to be sure, though, that we are receiving the truth." And then she looks at you, Craig, and there's a moment of long eye contact. And I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oof. Big oof moment.
Cow. 14.
Okay.
Her spells.
You feel, you have
Do
a
I get
positive.
no? Wait.
Saving throws are going to be at the top.
Okay, I'm
No.
proficient in saving throws. I don't. That's Okay, so
So
strength is
you're proficient in wisdom saving
plus
throws?
5, and then there's
Yeah,
yeah.
for wisdom, what do you have?
Right here. Right there.
What?
So it's at the top of your wisdom category.
Oh, wait. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just looking.
It's okay.
Okay, never mind. It's a +1.
Nice.
Okay, so 15?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Craig, as you're standing there, you're like looking at her and her eyes are gentle but intense, and there's this sort of wash over your mind. And it's like everything in your head relaxes a little bit. And all the stress over the situation that you were feeling releases. You feel a bit calmer. And all of a sudden, you have this slightly pleasant feeling in your mind and in your heart. Oh my goodness, the Countess. You know her? She's your very good friend. You would do anything for her. And while she's sitting on the throne, you hear in your head, "Come, kneel before the throne, Craig." And you entirely certain that, of course you would. Craig, without speaking, strides from his position and walks away from you all. And Craig, you walk across the room and you just kneel down before the throne. And you all see Craig do this. He just suddenly, like, she looks at him for a moment and he walks away from where he's sitting and kneels down before the throne. And she says, "Craig, are you being completely truthful with us about all that you know?"
Yeah?
And you feel the compulsion to speak very honestly.
Yeah, I'm being pretty transparent.
Wonderful. Is there anything else that you feel would be important to tell us? Any other important information or hidden things? And all I'll say, Craig, is that you feel very genuinely compelled. Like you know this woman, you trust her. So you feel compelled to answer all of her questions honestly. So she asked that question.
I don't think there's anything.
Wonderful, Craig. Would you please wait with Mr. Alandre to the right?
Sounds pretty great.
And Craig, you stand up and you walk all the way over to the man sitting in the large armor. And you hear in your mind again, "Please, Craig, on your knees." And you comply and you get down on your knees. And she says, again, you hear in your head, "Please, take off the gauntlet on your left wrist." And you just comply and start unfastening the gauntlet on your left arm. So you two see that Craig has begun doing all of this. Just sort of without any other explanation. And you've heard the things that she said aloud, but you've heard none of the things that Craig has heard in his mind. She looks back up to you all, and she says, "So, what may La Pomme do for you all?"
Well, do y'all still need help with something on the letter? I got my words mixed up, but so far experience in the city has been really great, and we've really loved it. We all even got matching tattoos.
"I love the living tapestry.
Devram's very great.
He's a very kind man."
I just want to make sure Craig is okay.
"Your friend will be well." And there's another pause, and then a door on this side of the room opens up, and two men come out. They're larger. They're carrying a sort of a stone anvil with an inset groove on the top and two clasping rings on one side that look like they could be flipped over and locked into a mechanism. And they carry it across the room and they set it down next to you. And as you're sort of undoing the gauntlet and you've gotten it off your left arm and you've rolled up you hear in your head, "Please roll up your sleeve, Craig." And you agree? How could you not? And you roll up the sleeve, and the two men lay the anvil before you. She says, "Please lay your arm down." And you comply in your mind, and you lay your arm down, and there's a and two clasps are laid down across your wrist. And the two men walk back out of the room, and the large man with the sword just has a hand resting on the pommel, and he's just looking down on you all. And then you just hear in your mind, "Thank you, Craig." And you feel the wash leave your mind, and you sort of regain clarity. And you get the feeling that your mind was momentarily dominated. and you awake to find yourself kneeling on the ground with your arm sort of fastened in the stone anvil.
I look at Bazz with like complete concern. I'm like,
and you can gently hear the like of a metal gauntlet squeezing as the very large man next to you just sort of, his hand is on his hip, he's holding his wrist like this, and you just hear one gauntlet sort of squeeze around the other as he just looks down at you, very piercing gaze, sort of communicating like, stay where you are.
I don't know what to do.
So Craig, you're there. Well, Craig, you are there, kneeling with your arm clasped in the mechanism. And the Countess looks to both of you all and she says, I was being entirely honest when I said that we would like to have positive relationships with everyone who comes into this city. And I am very convinced that you all have told me the truth about everything. But I need you all to understand something else. Everyone in this city is my responsibility. It is important that I care for everyone here. And the assertion, the role of our organization is intrinsically bound to the success and well-being of everyone within our borders. Many citizens rely on us, and it is important that we continue to maintain respect. So I apologize for the unpleasantness of what will come next, but know that it does not come from malice, and that we would like to have a positive relationship with you. And she smiles, and she simply says, in following, it is important that impertinence from the brass company does not enter our borders. And from out this door, opens again, and a woman walks out. She's dwarven, and she has very tight braids, and she's wearing this thick, heavy smock, and she is carrying a brand, a heavy metal iron brand, which is glowing orange at the end. And it has the symbol of Le Pommevert on the head of it. She walks across the space, and she walks until she's standing in front of you, Craig. And she pulls out a small wooden rod, and she says, would you like to bite on it?
Do I have a choice?
Certainly, just for the sake of your tongue.
Okay.
Open your mouth.
Oh my gosh.
You open your mouth, and she puts it's a small wooden dowel, and you can bite down on it. And there's no other word, no other hesitation. She just picks up the rod, places it on your forearm, and it burns into your arm. In a single moment, you have known some of the worst pain you've ever felt in your life as it sears into your skin. And you all can see Craig, his arm tightens, and he sort of compulses against it. And the very large man simply pulls out a hand and rests it on your shoulder and sort of holds you in place, Craig, as you involuntarily try and move. I'd like you to take a point of fire damage.
Oh my gosh.
And you just sort of under the dowel, and the wood creaks a little bit under your teeth as your molars bite and press into the wood. And she holds it there for a moment, pressing against the arm, and then she removes it, and the arm is smoking, and the flesh is very red and cracked at the edges and raised. And as it starts cooling, it starts rapidly turning pale. You sort of, and the woman reaches over and pulls the dowel out of your mouth, and it's out, and she like simply resheathes it, nods at the Countess, walks back out of the room, and two guards from the edge of the room come over, and they, or one guard, and then clasps your arm free of the mechanism. And the two men come back out of the side door, pick up the stone anvil, carry it back out of the room, and the door closes behind them. The guard returns to his position, and the large man standing there says, you are free to return to where you are standing.
I run back.
Okay,
to
Craig, you
Bazz.
run back to place. Your arm is in agony. You pick up your gauntlet with you as you go, and you're standing there now.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, I want to convey that I'm not just like running, like I'm tripping and falling, like desperately trying to get to where
Craig,
Greta is.
Like falls at some point in the room and gets back up.
And I'm just like, I just hold on to Greta.
Your arm.
I'm absolutely
sure.
Just fully.
And you're doing everything in your power not to let anything touch your forearm because it's burning. Yeah.
Fire damage is where?
It's just damage. It's a classic tendency in D&D to say the type of damage in case people have resistances or are vulnerabilities or any other number of degrees, but the kind of damage is always said. So it's just damage.
I would just take this number.
You just take a point of damage.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all.
All right.
So the Countess says that Craig is a mark of debt. We would love to have it cleared for you. So you may do a service for us.
Why me?
You say that, and around the room there's as like 6 different crossbows are loaded and all raised up at you. And the tiefling woman from her throne leans forward and says, "You will speak when spoken to." And the Countess raises her hand again and waves it, and a bunch of crossbows unnotch and lower from around the space. And she says, "It is all right, Craig. This is an overwhelming experience. We need you all to do a favor for us. When that is completed, we would love to provide resources to you. Again, a positive relationship. We have a problem to the east. The Kefkins have invaded Lama Libre. We need you all to go ascertain some specific information for us. When you bring back this information, which my associate will brief you on," the tiefling nods, "you will come back and you will be branded briefly once more. I apologize for this discomfort. A small mark, additional to the one on your wrist, which will identify yourself as having completed your debt. We would love to reward you financially at that time." Thank you all. Do you have any remaining questions or inquiries?
Nope.
She rises from her throne, and everyone in the room sort of stands to attention again. And she passes back around the edges of the throne, back out of the side of the room. And the tiefling woman, in all the armor, sort of relaxes in her throne, and everyone in the room relaxes ever so slightly as she leaves the space. And the tiefling woman looks at you, Craig, and says, "The Kefkins have landed in Lama Libre. They have waged a front against them for the last few months. We need you all to go to their borders. You all return when you have ascertained either the position of General Vashnezan or General Dolgoth. When you have found either of these individuals, you will return to us, tell us what you have learned in reconnaissance, and we will compensate you appropriately. If you all decline this work, if you do not fulfill your debt to us, you will be found. Those friends you have made this morning will find you. They will bring you to us, and we will have a less pleasant conversation. Are we understood?"
I nod.
Right now, we are technically on a job for you guys to deliver some ledgers for somebody.
I understood.
Oh, yes, ma'am, of course. We just want to make sure that we sort that out, and that someone lets them know that we're not.
I'm sure that you all will figure it out.
Okay.
Wonderful. Please, our associates will escort you back to the lobby. She stands up from her throne. Do you react on such a way?
No, that's me.
She stands up from her throne,
angry.
and she backs out from the room, and the large man follows. The three of them disappear. At this point, all the guards around the edge of the room sort of relax a lot and go back to sort of leaning. 3 of them leave and go out the door on this side. The others just sort of meander and loiter a bit. And the drow woman leans into you, Bazz, and says, "Congratulations, you all have lived. Please, head back up the stairs. We'll have a more robust conversation of details there."
Okay.
She gestures her hand. And the 3 of you all are free to leave the space, head back up the stairs. The orc woman looks vaguely disappointed, and she unknocks the crossbow and puts one of the bolts
that's
up.
why she was
And
smiling.
straps the crossbow on her back. She looks a little put out. And the three of you walk back up the stairs. You wind up the staircase. As you go up, you pass by some other individuals passing down. And eventually you reach the top of the staircase and enter back out into that lobby area.
That was oh
gnarly.
my gosh.
Well, Craig, have fun going doing that reconnaissance. You're the only one branded, so I'm gonna go do the other mission that we had, and we can just cut to you whenever it's time.
Smash cut.
Smash cut to Craig.
Zach, I'm not gonna lie. I thought you were gonna have Craig killed, and I was like, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry if you kill me. If you kill me right now.
So you guys have
Craig's arm is smoking.
you guys have entered back into that large lobby area. You guys come back out the door directly adjacent to the large mahogany bar and all the drinks up on the wall. All across the room, there's those large tables. As you guys enter, a handful of eyes from the room draw to you guys gently and go back to your topics. And the orc woman looks pretty upset and frustrated. And the drow woman simply turns to her and says, let me get back to the part of the character sheet that has people's names. Oh, hold on, guys. She simply says, go get us a table, clerk. You'll shoot someone else another day. And the orc woman simply, it is not fair. And she clomps across the space. She goes sits down in a booth. And the drow woman says to all three of you all, we will sit down and have a conversation, but would you all like any drinks?
Yes.
Can we get something? Could you have like something to help to help with burns at all?
I could get you something that would disinfect.
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't feel very good, but
That's okay.
Nah.
All right. And what would you all like to drink?
Milk.
Okay. You, dwarf?
I don't know.
All right.
She stares down.
Greta's she's thinking like she's looking at all the yummy looking bottles and then she's remembering, I'll have some milk.
Suit yourselves. Go join the orc. And she just sort of gestures upward. The orc woman is sitting cross-armed at a booth across the room, like on the other side. Those ones that are along the edges, not at the circular tables where the very finely dressed people are sitting in the lower area in the middle. And she's just sort of sitting cross-armed at a bar, glaring at you guys. Do you guys go across the room and sit down?
Yeah.
Okay, Bazz, you straight across.
Oh
okay.
my gosh. I'm gonna go when Greta goes.
I'm gonna hold Craig's hand and take him by the shoulder.
Okay.
And
your hand is tiny in his.
Me and Craig are like inseparable.
Okay. Do you guys stride across the space?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very
so
slow.
eventually you guys walk across and you go sit down. It's awkward and tense. You sort of do that side shuffle thing you have to do to sit in booths where there's multiple people. And the drow woman's at the bar for a little bit, speaking to the bartender.
What does the space smell like?
It smells like it has a number of smells, and there's a clinking of glasses all around, and the sound of items being placed on metal trays. There's a thin, dim, what is the word I'm thinking of? I don't know. There's a thin air of chatter all around the space in multiple languages. You can hear multiple languages being spoken. You hear some Unsinian. You hear basically every language you know, except for Celestial or Primordial or whatever the other one is.
Yeah.
That one you don't hear. You hear a lot of the common ones, and you hear a bunch of languages you don't recognize. But the smell is of multiple different kinds of drinks. You get faint scents of different perfumes and maybe a cologne or two, but mainly over the whole space. There's a general smell. I almost can't put my finger on it, but do you know the smell that you get when you sit in just a really fancy restaurant and you can't even tell? I couldn't tell you what the smell is, but you know how there's kind of a smell.
Yeah.
Yeah, when food hasn't been brought out yet, but it's just got the smell of fresh pressed silks for a table, and just the smell of upholstered leather. Okay, well that smell.
Okay.
But it's just sort of a mixed mingling smell profile to the place, and so you guys are just sitting down at the table, and the orc woman is also sitting there.
Well, I want to add. There's probably a small smell of
sorry, yeah,
burnt
the smell
flesh.
of burnt flesh. The smell of burnt flesh.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Gotcha.
That is very prominent. It smells bad.
Not great. Not having a good time, you guys.
So the three of you guys are just at the table, kind of awkwardly for a moment, and the orc woman is sitting there.
So what's your favorite color? Sorry, no.
Make a persuasion check, Greg.
Oh no. I got a 13.
I believe in you.
I don't know where anything
Charisma.
is. Charisma. Oh, I have horrible charisma.
You do.
Yeah, no, I have. It's just 13.
Okay. It's enough. The orc woman. Grain.
Really?
You know, I don't get to shoot people a lot.
What does that have to do with green?
I'm so sorry.
Are some people green that you shoot?
You're not very smart, are you?
You should go
I've
hunting.
had a hard day, you know.
Usually I am. Today, I'm ferrying you all around.
I'm so sorry
But you're
about
not
that.
all, you're
That's
not
so
dead. That's
frustrating.
great. I'm so happy for you. It's just really awkward.
But hey, if you were to shoot us, that would be so boring. We were standing still. Like hunting, like that's like not even like.
No, I'd get the kick out of it.
Fair enough.
And it's just an awkward tension. Eventually, the drow woman arrives back. She has a very nice, clear wine glass full of milk, and another one full of milk. She lays one down in front of Greta, one in front of Bazz, and then she has a small tumbler, a very nice glass tumbler with like these intricate little crisscross designs along the bottom of it. That's full of a clear liquid. And she says, "It's her friend's request. Lay the arm on the table.
If you put that near my arm, I will cry.
It's your thing, dude. But don't cry in here.
It's okay, Craig. It's okay to cry.
Do you want it disinfected or not?"
You might
Cry.
it might fall off if you don't disinfect it.
Wait, DM, will I get a point of damage?
You don't know.
I don't know.
Who knows?
Ah! Okay, I put my arm on the table.
She sips the
People like my arms, apparently.
She sips the glass. I can't speak. She sips the glass momentarily and then reaches over and pours some of it out on your arm, and it's sort of like out of the side. And as it lands across your arm, oh my goodness, it burns. You have to like pull your arm back really quickly, and it spreads really quickly across all of it and lands on the table, and you sort of. It burns and it hurts. It's horrible. And then she still has about half of it left. She keeps sipping.
Oh, I thought she drank. I thought she did.
Okay.
Did she drink? She didn't.
She drank a little bit, poured some on his arm, and then drank a bit more.
That's not disinfecting, sis. Just to let you know. I didn't say that.
And she leans forward and she goes, "Wow, that was really something, huh?"
What the heck? Respectfully. What? Why? Why?
Well, you brought up the most dangerous rivalry between two extra-legal organizations in the world with complete blatant confidence, and when we gave you opportunities to clarify, you told us that there was a hidden syndicate in our city.
My question is, I've literally said nothing and known about nothing for the past, I don't know, whole day. And
well, that's what was happening.
But why my arm? Why not Bazz or Greta? Why was it me?
I don't know. The Countess does what she does.
My question, so, you've got these organizations.
Mm-hmm. She sort of leans back against the booth.
Do people not talk about them? Like, does this happen every single time someone says the name of the brass company?
No, to be honest, I don't think I've seen anyone, and I really don't mean this rudely, I mean this genuinely. I don't think I've seen anyone do something that brash and dumb in a couple of years.
So everybody in the whole city just knows not to say those words?
Everyone knows. You can say brass company this, brass company that, but saying it, chasing an operative down the street, announcing that you met someone from the brass company this morning, that they offered you work in the city, then later saying that you had gotten a job from someone else, 2 separate occasions, that there was some sort of a contingent surviving in our city from our most deadly rivals. It's a pretty bad idea. But for whatever it's worth, I'm sure you would have gotten worse from the brass company. So, and she picks up her glass and sips a little. Don't worry, everyone does something dumb once or twice.
Have you ever met anyone from the brass company?
I have.
What were they like?
Oh, I met a couple of very inane thieves, northern in the Calabac, who ran into our ship. They're not alive now, but met them. Just between you and I, you can't prove it otherwise. I met a very charming man in Home Cove. We were doing separate business, no need for conflict. But
So they're not all bad.
no, they're just people. But our organizations stand opposed. And to be clear, they're just a bit less refined than we are. And oftentimes, if we're meeting them, they're trying to murder someone or smuggling a lot of drugs, that sort of thing. But I'm supposed to tell you more about what you're doing now, huh? Have any questions about the assignment you were given?
When do we need to leave? And like Bazz was saying before, we have things that we need to do as well.
Yeah, you told me you were doing something with the Golden Anvil, yeah?
Not officially. What we were doing officially, what we hadn't solidified yet, is that we were delivering ledgers from somebody there I go again, somebody in La Palmavia to another place.
Who in La Palmavia?
I don't know their name. I just know that someone on the ship that we're with is doing it as they were going to take us somewhere else.
I would like to pause time.
Sure. Yeah, you can look through your notes. That's fine. You do that outside of session.
Which, I mean, I guess we could do on the way.
You don't know the people that you're working for.
Huh?
You don't know the people that you're working for?
No, it's collateral on the ship that we're using. We just have to deliver the ledgers for La Palma for you guys somewhere.
Well, I don't know how to help you if you don't know any of the details of what you're doing.
I can get more details and come back.
We're working with Seliguo.
Oh, no. The head of the Golden Anvil.
No, that's a different thing.
Okay.
That's not the job you are talking about.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. Seliguo is who we were going to meet, but we haven't yet. What I'm talking about is the captain of our ship was going to be doing it.
What is the name of your ship?
The Poor Bat.
And the orc woman sort of... And the drow woman,
funny?
Your name is called the Poor Bat?
The ship's name is the Poor Bat, yes.
What is the name of your captain?
Spagoober.
And the orc woman like chokes on what she's drinking. And the drow woman, your captain's name is Spagoober?
Yeah.
Well.
Do you know him?
No. I don't know a Spagoober. Is that a real name? Are you all joking with me right now?
No, his name's Spagoober. He's really annoying and happy.
If you met Spagoober.
I would think I was joking if I met any of you, but again, it's interesting. Well, I don't know what to tell you. You could try and intertwine the two activities. Do you all have the ability to relay messages at a distance?
I don't, but I don't think it's that far away. Actually, no, it was in a very poor part of town. I don't think it's close by.
No, I mean, if you go to La Mer Libre and you do the task, can you simply relay the information? I don't know, some magical people can. Met someone who could do it once.
Probably, maybe we could.
I'll tell you what. You all look like you're not very experienced at all with anything. So some real hot water you guys have gotten yourselves into. But I'll tell you what, we're not genuinely these nefarious mustache-twirling people, yeah? So I will try to be as helpful as I can. You need to do this thing. You really need to do this thing. It should probably be done soon. They're probably going to give you a month or two to get it done. Or more accurately, the faster you get it done, I'm sure the more you'll get paid. I don't know how much they're going to pay you, but they pay well. But if you don't get it done within probably a month, that's when people are probably going to come find you. And trust me, you don't want that. I mean, she wants that. And she points toward the orc woman who goes and nods with a smile. And she goes, but you all don't want that. So you probably need to get that done pretty soon. If you can postpone your voyage or do that in concert with the other, you might want to put those activities together somehow.
Where are the two places on the map, Zachary?
Yes. Okay. So, and you all were given a map of Unsen, correct?
Yes.
So you guys could pull. We'll say that you guys pull it out and lay it over the table. I'll tell you what. I'll put it right here so that you guys can all kind of see it. Where is my pen? Right here. Okay. So you guys are right here in Port Resplendissant. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So La Mer Libre is this area over here.
Oh, Oh, so
it's on the same continent.
ooh.
That they invaded the same part of the continent. So
Yeah, that's why Port Resplendissant cares, because the Kefkins have invaded Unsen.
Oh.
Yeah. So as it's being laid out and she has the map, she says, if you want to have other questions about this assignment, this would be a great time to ask.
So
Can we have we literally don't have anything. Is there any like supplies or any ship or resources that can be expanded?
No, that's your all's thing. You have to get the task done. But information is what I mean.
Oh.
Yeah, how's that gonna work? Because we can't just go up to them and be like, "Hey guys, what's up?" You know, how are we supposed
Do you have
to?
any
No, I definitely don't recommend that. That's
No,
a very
obviously
good way
not.
to die.
But
Yeah.
like,
Do you
what
have any
would
deep
you-
dark secrets over somebody that we could use as leverage to bribe them to give us things to use?
No.
Okay.
is La Pomavere over? Like, are y'all on the whole continent?
Well, we range all across the Kalabak. We have operations in Jazd, Zillium, Duarn, and a lot of Unsen, but this is our base of operations. In the same way that the Brass Company can be found all over the Earth and Bloom.
So why are you so stressed that the Kefs are invading?
Well, because at this current time in history, where are you all from?
The forest, kind of.
That adds up. Well, the Kefkins have taken over half the world at this current time. And they tend to not take over places and say, "Oop, our bad, we'll only take some of it." They kind of take all of it. And we really don't want them to invade our country and city. So we would love to get information on their movements. We're already working at it all the time, but you all seem to really have a knack for getting yourselves into unfortunate circumstances, so I'm sure you would be better at finding this than we would.
Oh, that's really mean.
Oh, I'm sorry. What were you... So, they're going to try and take over all of Unsen, because they're going to try and take the world. And we would like to know where they are at. And that is what you all have been asked to do. I'm sure this has been quite an experience for you all.
Oh my gosh, we just got back from the bookstore. What are we doing here? This is crazy.
It's a dangerous world.
Do y'all have any more questions? Like, I feel like we will
If you have questions, this would be a wonderful time to ask.
How can we contact you guys? Because, I mean, I'm sure we have questions.
That's a good question.
Thank you.
There are a number of courier points across the city where you can have messages sent by pigeons. So you could find a message office at they're probably every 10 blocks throughout the city, or maybe every 20 or 30. I don't know. You look long enough, you'll find someone. Those are sent between key points, and we have a small administration section here in Le Corazon Envers. So we can receive messages that way there. If you have a magic send the spell sort of thing, you could send messages that way. You could simply come back here and tell us in person. That's probably what the majority of people do. Any of those methods would probably work for contact.
Okay.
I have a Landon question and a Zachary question.
Is this outside of character?
Yes.
Sure.
No, Landon in the campaign, Zachary. The other companion.
Would you describe your character?
Landon is a 6'5", extremely handsome, well-built man who looks like he can build a shed on a dime. He carries a hammer around with him all time and exactly 25 nails. And he can
build a
reclaim
shed with
driftwood
25
at a rate of 10
That's a
stacks
terrible
per-
shed if you could build it with 25 nails.
Oh my
Or
gosh.
an extremely resourceful shed.
Or an extremely or a feat of modern engineering.
Yeah, exactly.
Or a small shed. Anyway,
Yeah, just
a dog.
I didn't say the size of the shed.
that is true. You did not. Yeah.
Toothpick shed.
Oh my goodness.
Does Kef have its own language?
Make a history check, Greta.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Have you seen the video where it's like the lightsaber fight from episode
Yes.
3?
Yes.
And
Oh,
every-
every time I say that, I want you to know I'm thinking of that.
Wow, wow, wow,
Wow. Wow.
I got a 17. Wait, let me double
Holy
check.
crap. What are you?
I know.
A human.
You think that me
History.
sitting by her
I'm
would
gonna
like
double check.
help just take
Even
some
it
of
out.
that?
Yeah, no.
For whatever it's worth,
17.
in our last 2 sessions of Legend of the New Ones, Janice, Kara's character, her only roles for the sessions have been a 31, a 26, a 30, and a 28.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How do you get it?
I get 6s.
Yeah, you get 6s. So you are aware in the course of your travels at some point, maybe on a vessel, that you have heard that there is a language called High Kefkin. It is not the language of Kefk. It is the language of Kefk's royals and military leadership. So the majority of Kefkins just speak common. But their upper level leadership and their upper echelons of society have a separate language that they speak. So the drow woman continues, and she says, "My name is Nasir, by the way, Nasir Sayador. That's helpful information."
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm worried about how are we gonna get into the Kefkin?
Well, that is the thing that you all are being employed for. But again, you are looking a bit clueless, so let me try and be helpful. Do you know who the Kefkins are?
I am very familiar with who they are.
You?
Maybe. I think so.
So they are the empire that is currently taken over the northeastern hemisphere.
Okay.
She would not use the word hemisphere. No one knows that it's a globe.
It is flat.
They have taken over all of the northeastern portion of Yalebrin. Do you all know who the generals are?
Mm-mm.
No.
All right.
Boy.
Well, good information.
Give me one
So,
second.
the generals, the empire, and I don't know it all. I have some friends who know more, but
We
the
should.
empire.
Can we hang out with those friends, please?
I'm sorry.
Could we hang out with those friends?
Well, I don't know where they're at, but
I guess we'll
Maybe
settle
you're
for
not
you
really
right now.
friends with them.
I know you all are new to the city, and if you want to do something like, baking or gardening, I'm sure you'll be in way less peril. But if you want to continue doing what you're doing, you should really learn which bears to poke and which bears to not poke, I can't believe I'm pitying you all. You look like idiots, but you're not the first people to get yourselves in a pickle. You could make this into a real positive.
How could we do that?
Do the
How?
job. Get a bunch of money. Have connections to the literal countess. Do you understand that the person you met is one of the more powerful people in the entire world just then? There are kings and queens with less influence than her.
She looked very nice.
Yeah.
I like her freckles.
Me too.
They are lovely.
She had a really nice
I don't know how
dress.
she does it with her hair. It's kind of frustrating. I guess when you have infinite money, you can get the best hairdressers.
I bet someone does it for it. Like
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I have to do these buns all the time, and it's
a
frustrating.
hairdresser probably does her hairdresser's hair.
See, you all are kind of appealing. You just have to, I don't know, think more critically. Choose and pick your battles.
Okay.
Is all I'm saying. Look, I don't know who you all are, but I get it. You're kind of funny and weirdly charming. I'd love for you guys to live.
She wouldn't. I point to the.
The orc, you point over the orc goes, and like smiles and shakes her head like, nope, I wouldn't. And then the drow woman looks at her and goes, she doesn't care if anyone leaves. She's sort of the worst. And the orc woman just like sort of chortles and takes a big swig of ale. You get the feeling that they're probably friends and they have some sort of a rapport with each other. But the drow woman continues and she says, you all can make the most of the situation or you can lay down and die. But that big deal on your wrist, it's a big deal. I would take it seriously.
So can you tell it? So thank you.
It's all good.
We definitely Greta says that and then takes a sip of
Sure.
milk.
You have a little milk mustache
Yeah,
going?
I was just about. Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry. I apologize.
No.
Stole your milk thunder. Munder. Sorry, I'm done now.
Okay.
I'm done now. Please continue your sentence.
Okay. So she drinks milk and she continues, so thank you for helping and for kind of like understanding. You said that you could tell us about the
Kefkins.
Yes.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Mhm.
So, again, I don't know everything. You could probably ask your friend from the Earth and Bloom. And actually, Craig, why don't you make a history check for me? Because you are from the Earth and Bloom.
Wait a minute.
You're going to roll a d20 and you're going to look at your history modifier.
I'm just blind.
It's okay. I'm blind.
I have a 6.
Do you have inspiration?
No, you burned
Yeah.
it to
Wait, did I?
Is it
during
checked
our
or not
first
checked?
interrogation.
No, I have inspiration because I always use a smiley face.
Oh, okay. All right.
Aww.
Well, I'm sorry. Seriously, I'm sorry. I don't know what's up. We have somebody. Well, I roll like this for whatever it's worth when I play and when I DM as bad guys. I'm always rolling terribly.
Man, that's a
Um,
little bit better. That's 10.
You did have inspiration?
Yeah, I said I have a smiley face.
Oh, okay. Well, so erase that now.
Nah.
Meh.
Thank you. I just don't like using English when we're like talking. to you,
Okay. And
Abby.
so you said you got a 10.
Yeah, I got 10.
Okay. Yeah. You have heard of the generals. You know that they're a really big deal. You know that they're like the leadership of the empire.
Oh yeah, you guys, they're like pretty important.
But that's kind of all. You never pay too much to the Kefkin
Don't
politics.
ask me more though.
Okay.
It's my favorite.
Her live translation of what I'm saying.
No,
or his-
they do that. This is that's
Yeah,
that's
hit
a
me.
whole sidetrack.
Okay.
Anyway.
But she continues and she says, they are called the Mighty Hand of Kefk. It's really self-aggrandizing. They think they're all hoity-toity. But I cannot stand the Kefkins. But there's 5 of them. I don't know all of them. I know that there is Vashnazan. He's been wrecking shop up north. There's Dolgoth. He's kind of the worst. And then I know that there's Elashla. I think she's the one who killed the Yazlanian royalty. And then I don't know the other 2. But I know the most about Vashnazan and Dolgoth because they are the ones who have been wrecking up Lama Libre. Also, do you know what Lama Libre is?
Nope.
Are you okay, Mika?
There is a spider on my hand.
A boy.
I'm so sorry. It was in front of my face and now I don't. She blew it
He's
off.
still
of me.
there. He's right. Wait.
I'm so sorry. I don't mean to derail this. It was like right in
It's
front
okay,
of
it
my
happens.
eyes.
No, we already
So,
derailed
I
it.
don't-
Don't worry.
Yeah, it's fine. The woman continues and she says, Vashnazan has a bunch of really pretentious names. Earth Render, I think, is one of his titles, Earth Ripper or something like that. I'll tell you what I know specifically, and then I'll tell you what I've heard. Does
Do
that
you know why they
helpful?
call him Earth Ripper?
Yeah, well, that's one of the rumors. I'll tell you what. I'll start with concrete, helpful information.
Yeah.
And the orc woman has just sort of like rolled her eyes, and she's leaned back against the edge of the booth, and she's falling asleep now. And the drow woman, or Nasir, as you've learned her name, continues, and she says,
I'm about to start color coding my notes.
"Ooh, let's go,
That's a good
Rodo."
idea.
Yeah.
Oh, my leg.
Is it falling asleep?
No, I gotta readjust. It's caught up another one. But the volume cord is attached to my computer, so I have to not unplug it, even though it did nothing. Anyway, so she continues and she says, what I know about him for certain is I'm pretty sure he was the person who conquered Vashtan. Do you know where that is?
Mm-mm.
Where is it on the map?
Well, she goes, do you have a map on you? And the orc woman rolls her eyes and like pulls her pack out from behind her and opens it up and lays out a big map on the table, like the one we have on our table.
Whoa.
It's right there.
Can
and
I
almost
trade
feel
you
it.
pencils, please?
Yeah.
And she points to it and she says, Vashtan is right up here, neighbors to the north.
So does
Okay.
La Palma have a big presence in like? I mean, it seems like La Palma is the governing.
I'll tell you what, let's do this. So, down here, our spot.
Mhm.
All across here. I mean, we're not in Jazzed a lot because what's in Jazzed? But we work a lot over here. This is the Earth and Bloom. I'm sure you know that. The Kefkins, this is Kefk. The Kefkins have conquered this one, 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 this one. I think maybe they conquered out here. I don't know. So, they're bad news. And I know Vashnazan is the one who took Vashtan up here, and he has recently been wrecking shop up in the Isles. I think he just got done taking over all of those, and now he has been the one sent southward to us in Vashtan. In Unsen. He started with Lama Libre, that's the country over here. She pulls out y'all's map and directs back over here. Now, for your question, Lepamave. Have you heard anything about our politics? Because it gets complicated.
Oh, a little bit.
Okay. Well, essentially, we're just really involved here in Port Resplandissant, and then the rest of Unsin and the surrounding Kalabak is just sort of our territory. We work a lot in those areas. And Brass Company stays north, we stay south. We don't have to kill each other all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sort of how we do it. But the credible information that I know is that he has recently conquered a bunch of stuff in the north. Now he's headed southward to us. The rumors I've heard is that he's kind of the worst. I don't
think
know.
you've said that about every one of them.
Yeah, no, they're bad. What I've heard, I don't know if it's true. I've heard he doesn't use a weapon. I've heard he just kills people with his hands.
Is he like a monk?
Gross.
A what?
A person who doesn't use weapons? A monk?
Sure, I don't know. I don't know what the monk is. But I've heard he just punches people to death.
Oh.
It's like an ape without a key. You know, there's monkeys, and then and they don't have the key.
She laughs.
That was out of character. That was.
Oh, okay,
that was-
okay.
That should be in character.
No,
Well-
I don't know what a monkey is.
Yeah, you probably don't.
I think I rolled like a history check, and I like never saw a monkey before in the past. I don't
Wait,
nature
know.
what?
A
Did
nature
we do a
check.
nature check for
I'm
monkeys?
pretty
because
sure I didn't
when you guys
know-
found the monkey skeleton.
Right.
Yeah, because
Oh
I
my
didn't know what a
Wow,
monkey
weird
was.
bear.
I don't even have notes, you guys.
What's wrong with your gerbil? But she continues and she says, I don't know. And I've heard he's really big, like really
Like
big.
huge?
I've heard he's a really big dude. And I've heard he's called Earth Ripper because I've heard he pulls out parts of rock and throws them at people.
Oh,
Um,
that's nasty.
yeah, I know, he's bad news. And then Dolgoth, as best as I can tell, he's like the Empire's assassin. There's a big rumor, I don't know, his titles are ridiculous. They're like the Wandering Death or the Searing Agony is what people call him. I've heard that everywhere he goes, one person has to die or something.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe it's hype, maybe it's not, I don't know. So
Physically, or can it be like emotionally or spiritually, or does it have to be
what do you mean?
like die like emotionally?
Are you,
Never mind. That
Is
was
he
a
a
dumb
heartbreaker?
question. That was
Is
a
he a
bad.
real,
That was a
like,
dumb
heartbreaker?
is he a
question.
heartbreaker?
That was
Does
a
he
dumb
like
question,
lead
I'm
women
sorry.
on or like?
Man, I hope you guys survive. But
That means you like us.
Oh, you hope we survive.
yeah, you guys weirdly grow on people. I don't know.
Yeah, we do.
Like a mold.
Like a fungus. That's you guys. That's your guys' party name, the infection.
We're just fun guys. What can I
DM
say? I'll
takes
be
point psychic
leaving.
damage.
I'll let myself out.
What if our group name was like the mushrooms or something like that?
I would love that. we could come up with a clever mushroom.
Yeah, we'll come up with a clever mushroom
We'll think
pun.
about. Think
When I
about
say
it.
we, I mean the person with the biology degree. We'll come
Okay,
up with a
all right,
clever
fine.
mushroom pun.
I mean, fungi were a really cool part of plant biology. But anyway, even though they're not plants. Anyway, neither here nor there. No,
They're
don't
mammals.
start. Don't start on science. I'll get so distracted.
Fungus are mammals, so
Yeah, they milk. They have hair.
Man, we made taxonomy jokes for years, and they were the lamest, dumbest things.
Oh man.
Just like a coconut.
Oh my goodness. Gutierrezia Sorothri, more like Gutierrezia soft guy. Broom snake wheat has strong, weak root structure. She continues and she says, no one really knows anything about Dolgoth, because he's supposed to be all spooky and dangerous. But we think he's the one who's been killing a bunch of people in the Malibre, sort of like they use him. He has, again, I'm not the firmest on all of this. He has a bunch of guards or like warriors with him, a small group, and they're called like the Black Knights or the Dark Blades or I don't know, something edgy. And I think they've been going around killing important commanders in La Libre. And then we think maybe he's gone now. We don't know. None of our scouts have seen him in a while, but we think maybe Vashnazan now is sort of marching around, taking people with full armies. So that's what I know. What I can tell you all is if you can just head over there and get a spot on them, try and do it from afar or something. I do not know. However, you all need to do it. If you can just figure out what their current position is, you can get your debt settled. Woo, you're good, get a bunch of money, go on with your lives.
So, like, if we were able to tell you where that hole, the big angry one with the throws rocks, if we were to, like, know where his army is and tell you, would be good?
Yeah, boom.
And he's okay. I mean, he's probably pretty tall.
I mean, he's probably leading like 1,000 troops, so it shouldn't be that hard to
If
find.
we can't ask around because then they would know like, oh man, there's people asking around.
However you all get it, I don't know. However you'll get the
Well, you
information.
probably have a lot of experience with,
How
well,
would
the
you
best
do
way to
it
get information
if
and
you
the
were in
worst
our
way.
shoes? How would you do it?
Well, I would start by not being in your shoes. I'm sorry.
That's a
You guys are kind of
great
fun to pick on, but I'll pull
point.
back a bit. I'm kind of a sneaky lady, so I would probably. I'm kind of hard to find. So I would probably move quietly in the trees, get information from La Libre around the area, and try and ascertain a position. If you guys have something that can see over long distances, I've heard of like a slidey thing once that can do it. I don't know. Get a look from afar, maybe. That's probably what I would do. But I don't know what you all can do.
I don't know.
Little bit of reconnaissance. Send a message back. You're good. Make sure you come back for the second thing. Because
I'm so excited.
I know it's not fun, but if you don't get that rebrand, you get found by somebody later, they'll think you still owe the debt. So, also come back and you'll get paid. That's good too.
Nice.
I know, it sucks.
Okay. That's great.
You use a lot of passive aggression now.
No, it's just not having a great day. I kind of woke up and had some problems, and they just keep continuing to get worse. So, and it's
Well.
not my fault.
Really sorry.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Anything else I can do for you all?
I think that's about it.
No.
No, never mind. I answered my own question.
Good job.
Thank you.
All right.
For
proud
you.
of you, Bazz.
I'm
I
proud.
tried my best and I got it.
You are
That's
sure
good.
you
That's
don't have to
something
do
be proud
anything
of.
else? Need anything?
Is there something else that we need? Do you think we need anything else?
No, I'm just I'm kind of concerned about you guys. You look like you're kind of running around with your heads cut off, and I want to make sure that you've gotten all the resources that you can get.
Greta pats Craig's head and says, "We are all very healthy."
Okay,
I
that's good.
I actually can't say that with full confidence. Forgot to tell you this guy, but I developed a cough yesterday.
Oh
And
my
Oh
goodness.
no, Bazz. Are you okay?
We are not healthy.
We are not healthy.
You guys are good.
it's like in little short bursts. I can't.
You just everyone's probably walking around, and you're otherwise that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Bazz,
It doesn't hurt or anything. It just sounds like a really ugly laugh.
He's becoming a goat.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm sorry you all have had such a terrible day. I mean, really, it looked terrible. Sorry. I'm sure getting branded just feels bad.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm trying to empathize.
I
with
know.
you.
I really want to, but
It all sounds sarcastic.
It's just.
I've been told I have that effect. I apologize.
It's okay.
Well, good luck with everything you guys have. Have a good one.
All right.
All right.
What time is it?
I think this is a good time to take a break.
Yeah, this is a
Go
great
like
time to
that.
break.
All right, guys. That is where we're gonna end that episode. And tomorrow. Oh my. What is today?
Tomorrow.
in some time.
I'm like 2
It's
Red Bulls
Sunday.
and 1 cup of coffee into the day now.
Sir!
We are going to pick it back up on the next
Don't wanna know
episode,
How much? Never mind.
and we are going to go assassinate a Kefkin general.
Ooh.
Wait.
Wait, no, not is that the
No.
deal? Assassinate
Hey,
or
no,
just
we need to get information and
I've
then go
had
back.
those.
Listen, you're
I've
never
had
get-
those character sheets for a long time. I'd love to use those guys to fight.
listen?
Also, the other campaign would be very happy if you killed the generals. So
I'm just
go ahead
saying you're never gonna get anywhere, Craig, unless you go one
With
step
my
above what people are
rolls,
asking
do you
for.
think I'm
you
gonna
have to
go
like
after
rise
this
above.
guy?
Craig, here's your ceiling, and you could just be like that.
Craig,
you
you
know
gotta
what I'm saying?
shatter
I
that
just-
ceiling.
I got a shower.
Craig, you gotta
You
gotta
gotta
break
shower
that
that ceiling, Craig. You gotta take a shower.
I'm doing the 22 jump
Craig
street.
probably doesn't need a
like,
shower.
Okay.
Oh no, you took that bath. That's
I
right.
took
It was a long
once in a
bath.
lifetime.
did
It was
take a
my
bath.
first bath.
We are gonna go
for
respectfully
bath.
look at the Kefkin generals from afar, and then respectfully walk back to. Wait, did they say
And
that they
keep our
were in a
mouths
different continent, or did they say they're in the north part of?
They're in the
of-
north part of.
Over here.
They're okay.
It's
because
not-
I thought you pointed that like they were doing stuff in like other lands. Right there.
I'm about to
Okay.
pee my pants.
Cool. And I have my glasses on, but I think I
The
need a new
people deserve
prescription.
to know.
Oh, so it's not that far away.
Melanie edited it out.
I thought we were over here.
I don't think she will.
I'm
Okay.
gonna say she will.
No.
So we literally could just
Should we make a bet?
hop,
Yeah,
jump, and
yeah.
skip.
I bet she's just gonna edit this out.
I don't think she will.
Okay.
Here's Jeremy quietly talking about like we'd probably give Melanie more of that work to do.
We have a few things to plug. We are giving away a set of dice that are very pretty. We haven't posted anything about it. I don't even know how I'm going to do that, but
Boom,
I guess
that's the sound of Zach rolling those dice.
they're so good. Zach, what is the experience that you are having rolling those dice right now?
Has your life
This thing
changed?
rolls really high. I'm not just trying to sell it. I just rolled a 17, 18, 19, 20.
17, 18,
Wow.
19, 20. You can't
Not
go
in that
wrong.
order,
Basically,
but also a 13.
It's the best dice you've ever heard of.
Also, we'll write
I
a
don't know what
short
the
letter
D12,
to you
the D20 is.
saying thank you for listening and with the dice too. And a sticker. We have stickers coming in. Stickers coming in, and they look really good. If you want to know what they
So
look like,
excited.
just look at the picture on the Spotify thing you're listening to, or the whatever podcast thing, and that's what it looks like. So if you don't like that, I'm sorry to disappoint you. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
All right.
All right, catch you on the flip.
And then break.
Nice.